Imagine a world bathed in golden sunlight where towering pyramids cast long shadows across the desert sands. This was the world of ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished for over 3,000 years. At the heart of this civilization lay the Nile River, a lifeline that snaked its way through the arid landscape. The Nile was not just a source of water, it was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. Its annual floods deposited fertile silt on the surrounding land, allowing farmers to cultivate crops and sustain a thriving population. The river also served as a major transportation route connecting distant communities and facilitating trade. The Nile's abundance attracted a diverse array of animals, creating a rich ecosystem that both sustained and captivated the ancient Egyptians. From majestic predators to docile herbivores, these animals played an integral role in the lives of the people who shared their world. They inspired religious beliefs, provided sustenance, and left an indelible mark on Egyptian art and culture. Beyond the fertile banks of the Nile, the Egyptian landscape unfolded in a tapestry of diverse habitats. To the east and west, the Nile Valley gave way to vast deserts, where scorching sun and shifting sands created a harsh but beautiful environment. The eastern desert, stretching towards the Red Sea, was a rugged terrain of mountains, wadis, and gravel plains. Here, hardy plants and animals had adapted to survive in the face of extreme temperatures and scarce water sources. Gazelles and ibexes roamed the rocky slopes, while desert foxes and snakes sought shelter from the midday sun. The western desert, bordering modern-day Libya, presented a different face. This vast expanse of sand dunes, oases, and depressions was home to creatures such as fennec foxes, sandcats, and the elusive Dorcas gazelle. The oases, scattered like emerald jewels across the desert, provided vital sources of water and vegetation for both animals and nomadic tribes. The ancient Egyptians lived in a world teeming with wildlife. The Nile River, brimming with fish, crocodiles, and hippopotamuses, was a constant source of food and danger. On land, a menagerie of animals roamed the fertile Nile Valley and the surrounding deserts. Lions, leopards, and cheetahs stalked their prey among the acacia trees and papyrus reeds. Herds of gazelles, antelopes, and wild donkeys grazed on the grasslands while flocks of birds soared overhead, their calls filling the air. Even the scorching deserts harbored life, with reptiles, insects, and small mammals adapted to survive in this harsh environment. For the ancient Egyptians, these animals were not merely creatures to be hunted or feared, they were an integral part of their world, both physically and spiritually. Animals provided food, clothing, and transportation. They were also deeply intertwined with Egyptian mythology and religion, their images adorning temples and tombs. The ancient Egyptians believed that certain animals possessed divine powers, representing the attributes of their gods and goddesses. These sacred animals were revered and protected, their images incorporated into religious rituals and temple decorations. The falcon, with its keen eyesight and soaring flight, was associated with Horus, the god of kingship in the sky. The jackal, known for its cunning and scavenging habits, represented Anubis, the god of embalming and the afterlife. The cat, graceful and independent, embodied Bastet, the goddess of protection, fertility, and the home. Other animals held special significance in Egyptian culture. The scarab beetle, which rolled balls of dung across the ground, symbolized the sun god Ra rolling the sun across the sky. The crocodile, a fearsome predator of the Nile, represented Sobek, the god of strength, power, and fertility. The ibis, with its long beak and wading habits, was associated with Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, and magic. Section 5. The Barber Lion, a majestic predator. Among the extinct animals that once roamed ancient Egypt, the Barber lion stands out as a symbol of both power and loss. Larger than their modern-day counterparts, Barber lions possessed a distinctive thick mane that extended over their shoulders and down their chest. These majestic predators once roamed North Africa from Morocco to Egypt. In ancient Egypt, Barber lions were admired for their strength and ferocity. They were often depicted in art, their image adorning temple walls and royal tombs. Some pharaohs, such as Ramesses II, were said to have kept pet lions as symbols of their power. Sadly, the reign of the Barber lion came to an end in the early 20th century. Overhunting, habitat loss, and the capture of lions for zoos all contributed to their demise. Today, the Barber lion is considered extinct in the wild, with only a few captive individuals believed to carry some of their genes. Section 6. The Nile Hippopotamus, a river giant. Another iconic inhabitant of ancient Egypt was the Nile hippopotamus, a massive herbivore that once thrived in the Nile River. To the ancient Egyptians, the hippopotamus was a creature of both awe and fear. They recognized its strength and unpredictable nature, associating it with chaos and destruction. The hippopotamus goddess Tauret was depicted with the head of a hippopotamus, the body of a pregnant woman, and the back of a crocodile. Unfortunately, the Nile hippopotamus has suffered a similar fate to the Barber lion. Overhunting and habitat loss have led to a significant decline in their numbers. Today, the Nile hippopotamus is classified as vulnerable. Section 7. The Simitar Horned Orx, an emblem of the desert. Venturing into the arid deserts of ancient Egypt, one might have encountered the Simitar Horned Orx, a striking antelope with long curved horns that resembled scimitars. These graceful creatures were well adapted to life in the desert, able to survive for extended periods without water. The Simitar Horned Orx held a special place in ancient Egyptian culture. They were associated with the desert god Set, known for his strength and unpredictable nature. Images of the oryx adorned temple walls and pottery, their elegant forms a testament to the beauty and harshness of the desert environment. Tragically, the Simitar Horned Orx is now extinct in the wild. Overhunting for their horns, which were prized as trophies, and competition with livestock for grazing land drove them to the brink. The last known wild individual died in 1996. However, conservation efforts are underway to reintroduce captive-bred oryx back into their natural habitat, offering a glimmer of hope for the future of this iconic species. Section 8. Extinction, a loss for nature and culture. The extinction of animals like the Barber lion, Nile hippopotamus, and Simitar Horned Orx is not just a loss for the natural world, it is a loss for human culture. These animals were woven into the fabric of ancient Egyptian society, their images and stories passed down through generations. When a species disappears, we lose more than just its physical presence. We lose the knowledge, beliefs, and traditions that were associated with it. We lose a part of our shared history and a source of inspiration for future generations. The extinction of these animals serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things. It highlights the delicate balance of ecosystems and the profound impact that human actions can have on the natural world. Section 9. Climate change, a driving force of extinction. While overhunting played a significant role in the demise of many extinct animals, climate change has also been a major driving force of extinction throughout history. Ancient Egypt was no exception. Around 10,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert was a much wetter and greener place than it is today. This period, known as the African Humid Period, saw the Sahara transformed into a vast savanna, teeming with lakes, rivers, and a diversity of plant and animal life. However, as the Earth's climate changed, the Sahara gradually dried out, transforming into the arid desert we know today. This dramatic shift in climate had a profound impact on the animals that inhabited the region. Many species, unable to adapt to the increasingly harsh conditions, died out. Section 10. Human impact, hunting and habitat loss. While climate change can lead to natural shifts in species distribution and abundance, human impact has undoubtedly accelerated the rate of extinction in recent centuries. Overhunting, habitat loss, and the introduction of invasive species have all taken a heavy toll on wildlife populations around the world. In ancient Egypt, the increasing human population placed greater demands on natural resources. As settlements expanded and agriculture intensified, forests were cleared and wetlands drained, destroying habitats and fragmenting animal populations. Hunting also played a role, with animals killed for food, sport, and to protect livestock. Today, these threats are even more pronounced. The global demand for resources, coupled with a growing human population, continues to drive habitat loss and overexploitation of wildlife. Climate change, exacerbated by human activities, is further altering ecosystems and pushing many species to the brink. Section 11. A call to conservation, protecting our planet's legacy. The extinction of animals in ancient Egypt and in the modern world is a stark reminder of our responsibility to protect the natural world. We are custodians of this planet, and it is our duty to ensure that future generations can inherit a world as rich and diverse as the one we know today. Conservation efforts are crucial to preventing further extinctions. This includes protecting and restoring habitats, combating climate change, and promoting sustainable practices that allow humans to coexist with wildlife. By understanding the causes of past extinctions, we can learn from our mistakes and make more informed decisions about how to protect the planet's remaining biodiversity. The legacy of ancient Egypt reminds us that our connection to the natural world is not just physical, it is also cultural and spiritual. By protecting wildlife, we are not just preserving species, we are preserving the stories, beliefs, and traditions that have shaped human civilization for millennia. It is a legacy worth fighting for the sake of both nature and ourselves.